Hey everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today we have a Glock 19 Gen 5 to go over. So yeah, let's go ahead and open it up and see what you get. Comes with the Glock standard hard case. Comes with 3 Glock mags, 15 rounds if you live in a free state. And if you don't, it will come with the 10 round mags. Comes with the Glock obviously itself. Comes with a whole bunch of back straps so you can fit this how it feels good in your hand. Comes with a mag loader. It does not come with that. Comes with a mag loader. Comes with a gun lock and your paperwork and things like that. And a cleaning brush. All right, so here is the Glock 19 Gen 5. Some of the big differences from the previous versions you're going to notice, and we'll change the camera angle around in just a second. I'll put it down on the table to show you guys a little bit closer. But it does come with front serrations. They took off the finger grooves on here. Now the finger grooves, I didn't care either way for the finger grooves. You know, I have a Gen 3 with the finger grooves. Doesn't bother me. I don't think I have a preference either way to those finger grooves, but I know some people feel pretty strongly about that. I don't care either way. The front serrations they did add, and I'm a huge fan of that for press checking or whatever else, so I'm glad they put those front serrations on. On the Gen 4, I believe, and I've never owned the Gen 4, but there was a half moon cut on the front here, which I think annoyed a lot of people. I think it wasn't particularly comfortable. So that has been removed, and it just has the full size grip on here now. So yeah. All right, well, let me change the camera angle around. We'll do some close-up shots of this and we'll go over it. All right, so here is the pistol. Let's go and give you a little tour here. We'll just give you a little quick glance at this. Okay, so as I was saying, the front, those little finger grooves have been removed. So it does give you, obviously, the straight angle. Now, again, you may or may not like that. I have no real strong feelings towards that, but again, maybe you do. We'll start down here. Now, the Glock mags, I really like Glock mags. I know there's the Magpul P mags, it works just fine. And they're, you know, they're about $12, $13. These I'm seeing coming in stock now for probably less than $20 in some places. And I do prefer the Glock mags over the Magpul. I like that it's got the steel reinforced lips, and you can see there's the metal all the way down. And I think the fit and finish and the quality of these mags are better than Magpul, just personal preference. Okay, so moving up, you can see obviously we got some nice texture all the way around on the grip here, like so. And on the bottom here, so I always want to call these a butt plug, but I'm afraid what you guys will say in the comments. And obviously this doesn't come with it. There's just a little piece that you can buy, and it pops in there, and it conceals, because this is hollowed out, and I don't like it. I just like to kind of cover this up. So you can buy these for like 10 bucks and put that in there. So that is that. So obviously that is your grip. Moving on up, we have a very large mag release now. The previous versions were about that size, so they have enlarged this. It's pretty nice. It feels pretty good. Typically I would switch these out in the previous versions to the Vickers Tactical ones, and I did that, so I have it because I've been testing it out. I'm not sure if I actually like it on this one, if I prefer the original, but it definitely works just fine. It's pretty easy to manipulate. I have medium-sized hands, and I can reach that button no problems whatsoever. You do have obviously it cut under the trigger guard here, so you can get your fingers right under there and get a really good purchase on the gun. And then we obviously have the trigger guard here. Again, you know, all these parts, like your mag release, your slide stop, your trigger. I mean, you know, it's a Glock. If you don't like anything, you can change it out. But yeah, so the trigger on the Gen 5 feels a lot better than the Gen 3 and 4s. Really, for me, it was a really big difference. Let me just go this way. So you have that little safety blade in the center there. You've got, obviously, there's no external safety, that your safety is on the trigger. If you pull either side, it will not pull back. You've got to get your finger on that blade to disengage to pull that trigger back. So the trigger feels a lot smoother. It's definitely crisper. That reset is money. I really, really like that reset. I wish a lot of my other pistols had that reset. The brake on the trigger is pretty good, but that reset, listen to this. That is crisp as can be. Huge fan of that reset. Okay, let's do the trigger pull weight on this and see what we're getting. We're gonna use our trigger wheel scale here. Let's see if I make sure I get this on the same spot. just over £5, which I would say is probably pretty accurate. I do like the trigger on this Glock a heck of a lot more on the previous than the previous versions, 100%. As I say, that reset is absolute money. Just one more time, let's appreciate that reset. Money, love it. Okay. Yeah, I really do like that trigger a lot more. It's still not perfect, but it is leaps and bounds better than it used to be. Okay, so we have an ambidextrous slide stop on here, and again, you can change these out. They have an aftermarket one again if you like. I actually like the aftermarket ones from Victor Tactical. They have a little nubbin that comes out here just for easier manipulation. Again, there's no need to change them. They work just fine, but it is ambidextrous, which is very nice. And with the mag release, you can switch it to the other side if you're a left-handed shooter. So this is an ambidextrous gun. Yeah, it's very easy to switch these around. Moving up to the slide, let me get this back into focus. Again, you have the front and rear serrations, and I'm really happy they put the front serrations on there. It's a big improvement. They should never have really not been there, but I'm glad to see they're on there. This one is made in Austria, as you can see right here. We have the logo and then obviously the Gen 5 right here, and so on, so it's all engraved. The slide has also been changed just a little bit. It's not as boxy as the previous generations. I like how they've contoured these parts in here at the front just to make that a little less snag resistant, as it were. So happy with that. Now the sights, these are upgraded sights. These are a mirror glow night sights with that high vis sight. I really like these sights. I absolutely detest Glock OEM sights like the plastic ones that come on these. Why they do that, I don't know. I really despise them. And it is the one thing that, if I said that I would change on this gun, the one thing I really dislike and one thing I would change is the sights, obviously. And I really like these Amir Glow night sights with these high vis. Very easy to pick up. Very nice sights indeed. Again, these sights are going to run you about $100 or so if you want to change them out. We do have your standard rail up here, so if you want to attach a light, so we have like an O-light, Volcry, is that what we call it? Yeah, so you can put on your lights or whatever you need on the front there. Just take that off. Now to take the gun down, it works as every previous generation of Glock. So you're going to pull the trigger, obviously make sure you're unloaded, which we know we are. And then you're going to rotate your hand back, grip the top like this. You're going to pull back a little bit. You're going to pull these tabs down on either side. You're going to push your slide forward and off. Okay, so here is the inside. It kind of looks like every other striker fired lower. In the inside here, we have a double captured spring here, like so. And then we have their barrel. Their barrel is actually called their Marksman barrel in the Gen 5s. I found it to be very accurate. As accurate as I can be with a handgun. I'm not the best shooter in the world, but I was pretty accurate with this barrel. And Glock barrels, yeah, they're nice. I have no problems with it. The inside, you just expect the finish, it looks excellent. Just like so. Okay, let me put this back together. Okay, so shooting this has been great. You know, again, typically for my reviews, the first impression reviews, I'm kind of going around about 200 rounds. I know it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but that's generally for my first impression videos is kind of what this is. Long-term reviews obviously take a lot of money to do those high round counts. I'll get to them eventually. But 200 rounds, yeah, I mean, we're literally just talking in a break-in period. Again, shooting it was great. I've been very accurate with this pistol. The trigger feels really a lot better than the previous generations. I'm actually pretty impressed how far it's come from the previous generations. Yeah, again, the only thing that I would have changed or would change when I buy one of these is those sights. Again, I would put on some high vis night sights or something like that, like these are mirror glows. It's a Glock. I mean, people describe them as the Honda Civics of the gun world. They just work, or they're boringly reliable. I like that they're boringly reliable. I want a pistol that will freaking fire every time I pull that trigger. I'm not interested, you know, I mean, I own some nicer pistols that look a lot better, and they fire great and stuff. But I love them. And the thing with Glock is, I'm not the biggest Glock fan. I've said this in my previous videos, and it's the fact that I don't know what it is about Glock. Maybe it is the boring reliability or the unimpressive ergos or whatever. They're amazing. I mean, for the reliability, they're amazing. There is no putting down how reliable this gun is or how Glocks are. They're fantastic. So if I had to buy a Glock, if I didn't own a Glock, would I buy the Gen 3, Gen 4, or Gen 5? I would buy the Gen 5, Gen 3, and then Gen 4, probably in that order. I wasn't super, the Gen 4 is fine, but for me, this is, I know it's the latest version, but the ergonomics is better, the front serrations are better, the trigger's leaps and bounds better, has the ambi-slide control, which is nice, has the marksman barrel. Yeah, these are really good guns. Now you can pick them up. I picked this one up, and again, depends where you live and things like that. Obviously, it won't the cost, but you're looking around $550, $575, which I think is a very, very reasonable price. Again, you're going to probably be looking to spend $100 to upgrade those sights, but other than that, that would be the only thing, again, that I would personally really do to this gun is upgrade those sights. I wouldn't look to upgrade the trigger or anything like that. I think everything works really, really well. So final thoughts, do I like it? I think I already answered that. Yeah, I'm impressed. I think the Gen 5 is very, very good. And I've been very, very pleased with it. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick going over it. If you have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help out wherever I can. Until next time, I'll catch you later.